With no further ado, please welcome Michael Towers.
I'm here to help you make a difference in the lives of the people around you and help you help hurting people. We hire somebody for what they know, and then we fire them for who they are. Mental illness caused problems in high school, led to issues with alcohol, and was the reason that I dropped out of college. At 23 years old, my life was a disaster. I lived life by ready, fire, and then aim. I told my psychiatrist, I don't want any medications that are gonna take away my edge. He said, Michael, you're a felon, you sleep on your dad's couch, and you're unemployable. Tell me more about your edge. I made the connection that all of my problems were a product of mental illness. Workplaces exist that aren't supportive or safe, but I bet they still want 110% effort. Companies are not only causing burnout and failing to provide support, they're killing their employees. It breaks my heart to know that 93% of people that are hurting aren't doing anything to cope. Then there's the idea that employees are supposed to leave their issues at home, so they stuff the pain down and suffer silently. We need to blow this paradigm up. Everyone wants to work in a stress-free environment. No one wants to burn out. No one wants to work for a company that's detrimental to their mental health. I believe that an employee's mental health should be the highest priority, that no matter what, where, when, and how an employee works, can give life or take it away. More than 80% of employees would consider quitting their job for a position that focused more on employees' mental health. Too many bosses are obsessed with problems and profits, so they punish their people. Employees have had enough, and employees have a choice. Smart employers that appeal to a person's sense of meaning and belonging will attract and retain employees at a far greater degree than one who throws money at them while treating people poorly. The C.A.R.E.S approach is proactive and encompasses the leadership principles and organizational practices to transform any environment into one that is conducive for optimal mental health for all employees. When a company is supportive, cultivates wellness, there's better performance, increased productivity, and less missed work. Creating a healthy workplace is good for business. The C.A.R.E.S approach, it's just a cute suggestion, but so is the ripcord on a parachute. And if you want your company to thrive, you'll pull it. And improving workplace wellness pays dividends. For every dollar put in a scaled-up mental treatment for common mental health disorders, there's a return of $3 to $10. 67% of leaders cited improvement in productivity when offering mental health support to their employees. I went into my first semester with no direction and little motivation. I think a lot of it had to do with marijuana. I know no one in this room smokes marijuana. HR professionals do not smoke marijuana. Some of the AV guys do. Some of them do. I was like a puppy dog running on the linoleum floor. A whole lot of activity, but no forward progress. This time I was successful and became a mental health and addiction counselor. I began my journey of helping hurting people heal. I don't think you all choose HR. I think on the way to becoming angels and superheroes, HR finds you. I can't imagine you wanted to be an HR professional in high school, and if you did, you were probably also a resident assistant in college. As a counselor, I have a moral, ethical, and occupational obligation to take action. It's my job. But is it the responsibility of an HR professional? You all have a million tasks, and you're obligated to help people like me? The next question is, do you get paid for it? I'm gonna hold that discussion for later. I have 27 years history in the union, so if anybody needs representation, you guys are overlooked and undervalued. You do the most, care the most, you are superheroes. You might not wear capes, but you do have the power to save someone's life. HR now, it's our time. You're darn right it is. And I believe it from the bottom of my heart. But do you believe it? All day you put people first. Now it's your time, and it starts with putting you first. Be vulnerable. Talk to a therapist about your stress and the heavy burden that's been transferred onto you. Do not run away from the self-care you desperately need working in this field. You are worth it. You do deserve it. It is your time, and it starts now. Make the mental health of employees your mission, and then sit back and watch the magic.